During the early 1900s, W.E.B Du Bois fought for educational equality. Generations later, his great-grandson continues his legacy. He joins us in today's Small Talk. Joining us today in Small Talk is the great-grandson of W.E.B Du Bois, Arthur McFarlane II. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
That's great. You're known as the great-grandson of W.E.B. Du Bois. Do you ever feel sometimes that it's a burden trying to pick up where he left off?
Yeah, there's definitely times when it's tough. I remember when I was younger, I was about 30 years old, and I was thinking, wow, by this time my great-grandfather had done this and this and this and this. And so it's tough. I mean, I think when you're trying to follow in the footsteps of one of the greatest leaders that this country has ever known, it's always going to be difficult. But I've tried to learn to step out of that and not be him, but rather be me, and I think that's really a better place for me.
So moving forward, your legacy would be just to continue to spread the word of your great-grandfather.
Absolutely. So spread the word of him and all the other great leaders that have come before us to put us here. We often celebrate Martin Luther King's birthday, and he's a great man that we should celebrate his life. But there were so many others. There was Booker T. Washington and Frederick Douglass and Sojourner Truth, Harriet Tubman, Ida B. Wells, Charles Drew.
Yeah.
You know, there's just so many of them. I've been working recently with the descendants of Charles Drew and Ida B. Wells and Madam C.J. Walker to spread some of what we know about the people who we come from so that black people can see them in real life today. And I think that's a really important part of what we need to do. We need to see our history alive.
And on a lighter note, I remember you told us yesterday that you met Charles Drew's great-granddaughter as well.
Yeah, her daughter. His daughter, actually.
His great-granddaughter, or daughter.
His daughter, yeah.
Yeah. So when you said the experience was sort of weird for you because it was outside looking in,
right.
How was that feeling of meeting another descendant of a great?
It was really fascinating. Alelia Bundles is the great-granddaughter, the great-great-granddaughter of Madam C.J. Walker. Michelle Duster is the great-granddaughter of Ida B. Wells. And Charlene Drew Jarvis is the daughter of Charles Drew. And the four of us were all together. And it was, I remember just the days leading up to it thinking, I read about all these people in books. I know what they did. I know what their contributions to black history are about, but I've never met any one of their descendants. And so it gave me a sense of what people must feel like when they meet me, to say, okay, I read about W.E.B. Du Bois in a book, but I've never met anybody who's descended from him and who has a sense of his greatness. And so it was really very interesting for me to meet them and to get to know them. They're real people, they're wonderful people, and they have a great perspective on the people that they're descended from. So it's a lot of fun.
And what are your thoughts on NIU?
I think NIU is a great place. It sounds like, to me, like there's a lot of progress being made on a lot of different levels. And it feels comfortable to me. People have been very nice here and very accepting in my visit here. And I can't say anything bad about my experience at all. It's all been wonderful.
Well, thanks for joining us today. Once again, special thanks to our guest, Arthur Edward McFarlane II. I'm Taurean Small, and this was Small Talk.